Listen, I don't know about you guys, but I've always been the type of person that would rather hear the truth, even if it hurts, even if it's harsh, rather than a lie that's gentle, that sounds nice, that's a little bit more polite. The reality of the situation is that in life, in this world that we live in, there's almost nothing more important than money. Nothing. Okay? And I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, there's so many things that are more important than money. Yeah? Let's list them. Number 1 is your health. Number 2 is your family. What's number 3? Tell me. For anyone that's watching this video, tell me outside of money and the levels of wealth that you can accumulate, tell me what is more important than money. Money is time freedom. When you have money, you don't need to go show up at work at a shit job that you don't like to fucking flip burgers and make pennies. When you have money, you can invest your money and make money without it being completely connected to your time whatsoever. Okay, it's the process of compounding interest. If I take $100 today and I buy Bitcoin, I will spend no time working on the asset or managing it, but in 10 years, I'll be able to sell it for more money than what I bought it for today. So when you have extra money, you can also invest money and you make money without spending any of your time. Okay, we're talking about family. How are you going to provide quality experiences for your family without money? You want to take them on a vacation? Can't do it. You want to send your kids to a nice school somewhere safe? You can't do it. You want to talk about health? What are you going to buy? Organic food? You can't do it. How are you going to tell the government, no, I don't want to take this without money? If you're a nurse, your job and your livelihood relies on that money. If you can print something, which that's what money is, the United States government prints money out of thin air and then enslaves laborers for hours, the majority of their week. You work 40 hours a week, you sleep 40 hours a week. That's over 2/3 of the entire week that even exists, okay? And they get you to give it up for this thing that's printed out of thin air that you literally need so that you can go about living a normal life. In 2025, it is no longer even fucking optional to be middle class. It is no longer optional to be broke. It is no longer a choice if you genuinely care about yourself, your future, your loved ones, and the quality of life that you're going to live whilst you are here. So I am here to tell you that it is better to acknowledge a harsh reality than live in a faulty falsehood reality that you have created. Oh, but my life's not so bad. I mean, I live with my parents. I have a roof over my head. Luke, you're just not grateful. What happens if mom or dad run into health issues? Can you help take care of them with the financial situation that you're in? If you had an emergency and a kid came into this world because you want to be an idiot, can you support the kid without money? You need to frame your mind, if you genuinely want to succeed, that money is the most important thing other than your relationship with God, your family, and your health. But the reality is, other than your relationship with God, your family and your health can only be improved by accumulating wealth and making more money. And that is the truth of the situation. And then money will show who you really are. If you were a degenerate before you made money, you'll be an even bigger degenerate. If you were a class act before you made money, you will be an even classier person. You will practice philanthropy. You will give back. You will do good things with the money because you understand the universal principle of what goes around comes around, and things that are abundant will flow to you effortlessly. Money can flow to you if you believe that you fucking deserve it. Okay, I became a multi-millionaire at 21 years old. At 19, I was driving a fucking Aston Martin. At 20, I bought this G-Wagon. I bought $1 million home. I've done so many incredible things up until this point in my life, and I genuinely manifested and asked for every single piece of it. And I asked for the responsibility associated with the money, because it's very hard waking up every day and working hard and grinding to make money, to manage staff, to get clients. This stuff is hard. But what's harder is waking up without money. In a situation where you're flat broke, where you can't go out to a half-decent restaurant, you can't afford the fucking watch that you want, you can't drive in a half-decent car, and beyond all the material things that are on the outer surface, you cannot live the same quality of life that someone with money can live. To this day, I'm still no drugs, no alcohol, none of it. I don't want it in my body. Why? Because I was that guy before I had the fucking money. So money has amplified my life positively. And if you're the type of person that can step into that identity when you make money, you will be living a better quality of life. But please, tell me, what in this world and in this lifetime is more important than money? Because there's not many things.